Welcome, reading one. So, these are the cards and the energies and the entities that want to speak with you right now. And I love that each of them have a spirit animal representation, but also the Wisdom of the Avalon deck has animals. And I called to the animals in the deck. I don't know if you have an animal or you don't. Oddly, when I was shuffling, when I went to place them down, I could see the animals from the other ones, just a glimpse of them, just a glimpse. And I was like, oh, okay, like I saw a foot or a paw or something, but yours, I didn't see it at all. So I have no idea either. And as you can see in this beautiful silhouette, we are working with the Dragon Path Oracle. So that was the surprise deck that wanted to speak with us. I didn't want to say, because if I said Dragon Path, people, everybody would know. And the dragons wanted to give a little air of surprise. So that will be your culmination message. And I kind of, interestingly enough, this just came to me. This was not part of the reading when I was putting it together, but for your particular reading, and it may be for the rest, but at least, I don't know, you're the first one. Oh, when I looked down, it's 111. Yes, and you're reading one. I love it. Yes, angels. But I am getting this really strong vibe from spirit that we've got like some past, present, and future energy going on here. Okay. So let's see what messages, what spirit animals want to speak to you from your past. Oh, it's the moose in reverse. And oh my goddess, look at that. Number 11. I mean, I couldn't make it up if I tried. And why would I want to? Spirit does such a good job. They don't need my help. They're majestic enough on their own, just like a moose, right? I actually saw this really cool video the other day. It was so rad. It was actually of a moose. I want to say it was in Montana or somewhere, but there was a moose just, or maybe it was Alaska, was just walking down Main Street. And you don't realize how magnificent of a beast they are until you see them around humans. Because, if you're looking at them, in a big patch of, grass or field for, whatever, but mountains behind them and trees, you're not going to get too close, right, to that moose. Look at those antlers. Right? You're not going to get too close to that moose. So you look at them from far away as a majestic creature. All you see is the faraway majestic creature. But when you see them in quote unquote real life, walking down the street and you see them next to minivans and trucks and humans and buildings, you're like, damn, they are huge. That is a big mofo. So with that being said, these cards actually do have an upright and a reverse. So interestingly, this one was in reverse. And also, each one of them, sorry, I have little things. Each one of them has a little poem. And this says, Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness long as I live. Now, let me see if I can, I'm going to move this candle back a little bit and see if I can try and get that. Can you get the moose in there? All right. Take a screenshot. I want you to take a screenshot of that so you can keep that mantra. Let this be your mantra until you don't need it anymore. Moose, help me to honor the gifts I can give and recognize my worthiness long as I live. Interesting. Look at the keywords, self-esteem. So it was in reverse, and we're going to go to the reverse meaning. Now remember, it said past, present, and future. So let's see what this says. So this is your past and the contrary. If moose is upside down when you draw it, you're being reminded that ego can ruin your sense of accomplishment. Remember that others have the same potential you have, and do not become careless in your appreciation of their gifts. Reversed moose implies that in tooting your own horn, you have failed to be interested in others, and have therefore forgotten that everyone teaches everyone else in some way. Contrary moose medicine may be asking you to grow quietly for a while, to calm your spirit, and allow the strength and wisdom of silence to enter your heart. This is the core of moose medicine. Knowing the wisdom of silence, so that when it is proper to speak, you can take pride in your words. It's interesting. Get it? They're from a pride. So if this is your past, maybe if this, maybe, you know, we're going to see what the other cards say. But it could be for some of you that that's who you've been, you know, and they're like, keep that shit in the past, keep that ego in the past, keep that, you know, anytime we start to, I've been doing this a lot lately when people irritate me, or I think, I never ever think or feel I'm better than anyone, but I'm not going to lie, because of what I do and because I'm an empath and a telepath. You know, when I'm out in the, I barely go out into the world, because when I do, there are so many people that have absolutely no filter, and they do not know how to protect their energy and their thoughts. And if you're similar to myself and you can feel that, hear that from people, it's easy to pick up on the shittiness of people. And then just like, that's it. You've become the judge, jury, and executioner. They're a shitty person. That's it. Instead of allowing all the good things too. Like, there's really good things about, you know, them that maybe you don't know. Or, you know, all of us inherently have good things in us. It's part of our you know, our makeup, our woven web tapestry of energy, right? We all have divine feminine, we have all divine masculine, you know, like we have all these different balances of things. And the fact that when I look down it was 111, and then you pull 11, you guys are definitely from the angel realm. So I get the vibe that it's just, you're just old medicine, you know. And I think part of it is your own self-esteem, right? Or maybe you've struggled with your self-esteem in the past. And it could be too that, like, you know, maybe you were feeling, you know, like hot shit for a long time and everything was awesome. And then you started doing spirit work and you had to kind of start over and relearn who you are. Or maybe that's where you are now. I'm kind of curious. I'm going to go into your present. So let's see what's going on in your present. Oh, okay. Let me tell you something. I love this for you right now. You want to know why? Because when I was shuffling, this card flew out for you, but I put it away because I was calling to the spirit animals, because there in this deck, there's a whole section of spirit animals. See, it says this, they're called sacred journey markers. Or excuse me, each, there's different groups in this deck and they're sacred, you know, animals, blah, blah. This is a sacred journey marker. So also work with that symbol of like a cross in the circle. It's basically like, it's like 4 pieces of pie. And then maybe that number 4 means something to you as well. But also it's number 51, and 5 and 1 is the number 6. But see how like there's the hidden thing. I also feel like you guys, like, you see that exactly, like you see hidden things in clouds. You see, like, you probably did notice that was a dragon right away. You know, I had this deck for a minute before I realized that that was a dragon in the silhouette. I'm not joking. I didn't, it was weird. I didn't see it. Then all of a sudden when I saw it, I was like, oh, by the way, I did not do that. Snap. Spirit did that. Holy shit. Right? So bring some light into the situation. There's something going on. Also, 4637, or work with like combination of those numbers. What's really cool to me is because it's 46 semicolon 37. So I feel like it's 46, 4 and 6 is 10, and 3 and 7 is 10. And I feel like you guys are like wanting to be at the end of something, but spirit's like, you still got a little bit to go. And the truth, I mean, let's get into that card, because like I said, I mean, I don't always read from the books. Hold on, where are the books? Oh, they're there. I don't always read from the books, but today I got a really strong vibe from a spirit that they wanted me to read from all 3 books. Oh my gosh, I just opened up to it. I mean, okay, so let's get in here and get some truth. It says, truth in word and deed is what is required of you by drawing this marker, as well as resonating with your own personal truth. It's important now to also demand the same from others. In every person, there's a vibrational energy that's accessible by slowing down and searching within to inquire, is this real? Am I hearing truth from another, or is it a lie? Am I speaking honestly to myself, or am I lying to manipulate circumstances to get what I want? Remember, even a white lie will cause your light to fade and lose power. A lie takes you down into the lower vibrations of the ego world, ruled by separation and limitation, and its seduction of the lower world, and serves no one but the forces of darkness. This marker reminds you to remain in the light, even if it seems like a more difficult path. Truth will build a bridge across a chasm. Truth will lend a magic wand of strength and integrity, because truth is freedom. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love this for you guys. Also, I feel like we're gonna go back to the moose, because the moose definitely wants you to work with it. So on your own, I want you to research moose spirit animals, spirit medicine, whatever you want to look at. This is from a spirit animal medicine deck. When I say animal medicine, it just means that's the Native American shamans that did put this deck together. That's the way they say it. So they call it spirit medicine, animal spirit medicine. But you may be used to, hearing spirit animal, or animal spirit or whatever. But either way, whatever feels good to you, just go into whatever search engine, put in moose. And I want you to do this because I want you to really get to know the moose. Everything, research everything about the moose, their habits, where they live, what they do. There's a reason why this animal came to you, right? So work with the moose. Okay, now that we went into the truth marker, we're going to see what this dragon has to say to you. Ooh, so also work with the dragon spirit medicine. And this is more like as in depth as you want to work with the dragon spirit medicine. You know what I mean? Like, you may know enough about them, or it could even be that it's this dragon just wants to speak to you, and you can just call upon the dragons to walk with you at this time. We are in real time. We're just a few days away from the full moon in Scorpio. So it could also be that spirit is wanting you to work with because we're in the Aries moon, right? So we're in Taurus energy of astrology, and it's going to be the moon in Scorpio, which is water, and all the things about Scorpio. But also we can, lest we forget, this is an Aries moon, which is fire. So I'm getting that vibe as well. Let's see what emergence. Oh my goddess. Did you already notice? Because I didn't notice until just now. Look at the number next to emergence. That is a Roman numeral, and it is an X and a 1. And what is an X and a 1? It is 11. Holy crap, holy. You guys are so powerful, but you got to speak your truth. So this is past, present, future. Okay, so emergence. I like that emergence is future. And I don't know why I'm yelling. I feel like I'm yelling, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this comes from emergence, the dragon. Now, each of these dragons come from what they call the dragon clans. This particular dragon comes from the Earth Walk dragons. And I don't always read from the book, but I do feel like they want you to hear this, so I'm going to read it to you. And it says, the 16 Earthwalk dragons support us along our physical journey through life. Each dragon in this clan has the nobility of an old warhorse, big in heart, kind of eye, huge in power, yet quiet and brave. This description applies to all dragons, but in particular to the Earthwalk dragons themselves, for they are the largest clan within this deck. The Earthwalk clan will often represent the action we need to take within our physical reality. This may be the area of personal growth, healing, exploring our potential, or simply accepting that we are all a work in progress, learning, exploring, healing, and developing. But we wouldn't be complete without our spiritual aspect, so they also empower us to seek our spiritual pathway, to follow our hearts, and be open to the possibilities of the universe. In short, the Earthwalk dragons are all about guiding us to fulfill both our physical and spiritual potential. Under their wisdom and gently guiding wings, anything is possible, and they encourage us to believe that, too. Miracles do happen. Interesting. So self-esteem was your keywords there, right? And now we've got self-esteem. So even for like not just the animals themselves, but oh shit, snap. Look at how there's a bridge going from the moose to the dragon. Didn't put that together either. So powerful, but this is like, I feel like this is your whole life right now. It's like you're living in everything, the past, present, and the future. And I feel like they want you to live in the present and the future and stop looking in the past. Even this is such a great reading. You guys are so powerful. But look at this even, right? I mean, we even have like the moose is looking like in the past, and the dragon is like boldly looking in the future, and also emerging out of an egg. Oh, this is powerful. And I feel like this wants to come up a little bit. Yeah. And you've got spirit there to light the path for you. Okay, so emergence says, this is from emergence themselves, you are responsible for your life, your behavior, and your experiences, and more importantly, how you react to them. Sometimes, as spiritual beings, we find our human experience on earth can be quite tough. Listen to the wisdom of emergence as he says, it's time to reflect. You need to take stock of what you value and what is important to you. Contemplation and quietness are required here. Your experiences may have been vexing. It is unwise to dwell on them, though, because you can learn from them. Understand those you need to remember and let all others go. From this place, a new vibrant you can emerge, but first you must allow yourself time to reflect, go within to that inner place of peace, and bring forth that which you wish to be. This dragon appears when we need to take a long, hard look at ourselves and how we live, what we do, and more harshly, our own behavior. None of the dragons are a pushover. They all demand that we take stock of ourselves, stop kidding ourselves, and are openly honest, and emergence is no different. Emergence gets to the straight nitty-gritty and informs you that you are responsible for your life, dear ones. Your behavior and your experiences are more important, and are more importantly how you react to them. Grit and determination are the order of the day when this powerful dragon finds his way into your cards. He finishes with, remember, you are safe with me. Your fears are nothing but paper tigers and figments of your imagination. Allow me to guide you as you find your balance and carve a new path. Oh, how beautiful. I love this for you, reading one. We have some bonus cards. I'm not sure where they're going to go today. So let me see. Are there any bonus cards for reading one? Do we have any bonus cards for reading one? Any bonus messages? Any bonus messages right now? Any bonus messages for reading one? I knew one wanted to come out. Ooh, okay. So this is what we call the medicine shield, okay? So the medicine shield is truth incarnate, basically, because you know what it really is? It's a mirror. A mirror is truth, and it's reflecting back to you who you are, not who somebody told you who you are, not, whatever. In fact, my eyes went straight to this braid, so I feel like this could even be for some of you from childhood. You have some fears or doubts, or, there's still some self-esteem issues. Let me tell you, those of you who are new here who don't know my backstory, I came from a very rough upbringing. In the last decade, I have had to eliminate almost every single solitary person I've ever known out of my life. And I have moved over 20 times, lived in 5 states, and I come from a very large family that come from large families. And it was difficult, and I miss them every day, and I love them dearly. But I started to realize I could not allow them to influence my life anymore. Even the ones that loved me, there would always be this kind of like side eye, or this kind of like, oh, dude, you're so weird, or I love you, man. But you know what? I didn't need to hear that anymore. I was like, you know what? I love you too. And if you feel the need to still tear me down or make fun of me or say little things, then like we're not on the same page. And you can still love people and care about them and pray for them, but not have them in your everyday life. You handle it any way you want to handle it. But I can tell you, looking in the past, you're not going to find what you're looking for. And if you want to be in the future with emergence, you need to look in the mirror first. What is your truth? And what does truth mean to you? When you hear the word truth, what does that mean? Because that mirror is being held in front of your face to show you who you are. Get quiet, get still, and meditation. Go sit in nature. Whatever you need. Do something really beautiful for yourself today. When you're done with this reading, do something really lovely for yourself. I don't care if that gives you just give yourself 5 minutes of silence, or you go for a walk. Just do something for 5 minutes for yourself today. It can be longer, but it has to be a minimum of 5 minutes just for you and whatever you want to do and what brings comfort and love to you and your heart and your soul. Do you want to sing? Do you want to write? Do you want to play? Do you want to dance? You want to talk to an old friend and say, I only got 5 minutes, but I just want to hear you laugh. Thanks, old friend. Whatever it is, take special care of yourself right now. You deserve it. And whenever you watch this, it's timeless, but in real time, if you're around this full moon and Scorpio energy, just take some deep breaths, okay? Research the Scorpio energy so you can understand the energy around you better. Researching the astrological energy around us really does help us to understand who we are, and it will help you to emerge into who you're supposed to be. Also, they wanted me to point to this. This is almost like getting the Sun card in the tarot. And if you're not familiar with that, research the Sun card in the tarot. It's like the best deck, or the best card in the deck. I hear that from tarot readers all the time. That's what they believe, and it is. It's a really powerful card, and this is your future. But you must release the past. All right, beautiful souls, until next time, all of my information is in the description box. If you would like to book a session with me at the magicalmedium@gmail.com. I took the off. I have to get used to it. Magicalmedium@gmail.com. It's in my description box. And if you'd like to contribute to this channel, there are links for that as well. And if you get a chance, go check out my other channel, Lula's Life. It's pretty funny. Or at least I think I'm funny. Until next time, take good care of yourselves and each other. We love you so much. Blessed be. Oh.